Erin and Tori at supercoder.com. Welcome! Today we're going to look back at the bad old days when we were taking the CPC exam, and we're going to try to remember some of the study tips that helped us survive the exam.
Specifically, we're talking about study and test-taking strategies that help you ace pathophysiology and ICD-9 coding questions like this.
So, on to the first tip. It's an open book test, so as you study, make sure you keep your ICD-9 manual open so you can underline important guidelines and make marginal notes.
Right, Erin. One thing I underlined when I was preparing for the exam, those crucial little words that can drastically affect code choice, like the words acute versus chronic, benign versus malignant, with versus without. That way, I make sure I notice those little words in the descriptors when I'm nervous during the exam.
Yeah, often noticing that one little word can save you tons of time on the exam. Take this question that we just looked at as an example. If we look in our ICD-9 manual at the pink box under ICD-9 code 574, we read that we use the fifth digit 0 for, quote, without mention of obstruction, and the fifth digit 1 for, quote, with obstruction. Because the question mentions with obstruction, we immediately have two obviously wrong answers, answers A and D, which have the fifth digit 0. We can immediately do something my kids' teacher calls slashing the trash. We put a slash mark through the dead wrong answers so we can remove the clutter from our minds.
And when we slash the trash, we can focus on possible answers B and C and get to the correct answer B much more quickly.
Another thing, when I was prepping for my ICD-9 manual, when I was underlining it for the exam, I also underlined what I call coding doppelgangers. A doppelganger is a word that's nearly identical to another word, but different enough to make you choose the incorrect answer. An example from digestive system coding is diverticulitis and diverticulosis.
Or from urology, cystoscopy versus cystostomy.
Or urethral versus ureteral.
So when you're studying your ICD-9 coding manual before the test, underline the ends of these doppelganger words when you see them so you can be sure you're paying attention to the differences when you're looking at them up during the test.
This all brings back so many CPC exam memories. When I was taking the test, I worried I'd forget things I knew because I was so nervous.
You've just got to relax and know the answers will be in your coding manuals as long as you're well prepared to dig them up. In your ICD-9 coding manual, remember that you've got your alphabetic index at the beginning. That alphabetic index can lead you from disease names you don't know to disease names you do know. For example, if you don't know what Prinzmetal's angina is, look it up under angina, Prinzmetal's. That will lead you to another word for the condition, variant angina.
Yeah, but don't fall into that alphabetic index trap. We all know we're not supposed to code straight from the ICD-9's alphabetic index, but it can be tempting to do just that when we're pressed for time during the exam. Don't give in to this dark temptation. Keep in mind that some of the test questions are designed specifically to call out sloppy ICD-9 coding habits, like not going to the tabular index after you've looked up something alphabetically to make double sure you got it right.
Well, we've got to wrap up. For more CPC exams test tips, visit supercoder.com.
That's right. Heroes welcome. Good luck on your quest for the CPC.